Time for the decider. Time for the final map. And, well, after Nuke, I would have said this is going to be a close one. But after Overpass, I've learned not to count my chickens because I don't really know what we're going to get here on Ancient. I do know it's going to be better than Overpass. That's the only thing I feel confident in, Alan.
I'm glad someone's confident. I have no idea what's going to happen.
It has to be better than Overpass. Like, I don't think it can be much worse. For bait, at least.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, body aggressive, double Julie's on the CD side. He's got nobody nearby, and he has to win these fights. Flash was good. This connection was even better. Luckily, we still traded into a 3-on-3. Kenny's tucked behind us. But they're going through, they're going through. This is madness. Oh, my God.
It worked. The Pogo's sticking their way through. Now the bomb's down. Now they got this deep control. It's actually way better now. All right. Okay. Let's get weird. They still said Julie's here for Python. They are stuck in the cave, and they're making no secret of it either. So instead of maybe trying to sneak their way out, they are just gonna shoot through the wood panel as many times as they can ineffectively. And now they will swing. Kill found for Python, but that's it. What do we make that pistol round, Alan?
I enjoyed the jump through the long smoke.
Okay. All right. Offset the aim. I mean, it's a good play against USPs. If you get that control, you're so good into CT, or into the post plant, rather.
Certainly on
like
cue of what we saw in the first two maps.
Yes. Yes, we are continuing. If you thought this was going to be a very reasonable, conservative game from Bait, then you have not been watching the right team. Face in for Alex. Finds the first donut player. Looking for more as well. Honestly, almost looked like he might have had that spam through smoke onto the next. But we'll just wait around, see if he can't do further damage. They've gained B. Misuta through the smoke. Doesn't realize Captain Kirk has gone past him, because how would you know that? Captain Kirk takes it for another. Bomb will be down. Round is effectively over, and it is definitely over now.
Kind of a shame Falcons couldn't survive with more players, because they had that solo player B in Masuta and 3 on A, and I really thought they were going to heavily lean A to sort of save into the following, but only Python's going to make it. Captain Kirkter. He's on a mad one. He's angry, Mike, after Overpass. He's angry. And he wants to take out his vengeance.
We saw there was a huge success point for them on Nuke, right? Which is Captain Kirka taking entries and killing multiple players. It was actually a huge piece of them doing anything in the early goings on Nuke. Does Captain Kirka kill 2? Okay, we have a round on our hands. Does he not? Well. So they can't rely on that forever. You can't rely on that forever. We need to see a second gear here from Bait, but certainly if it is working, that makes life a lot easier. And it's fearless.
Absolutely. This one's a pretty heavy eco. Python that soul save. I've got a flashbang on Kenny, and my favorite rounds in this sort of scenario, Mike, is let's just group up somewhere and just try and do something a bit mad on the flashbang. Try and get up in someone's face. Every kill here is a pretty big bonus. And where is that flash? Kenny's got it. It's over towards the B side of the map. So maybe a flash push down ramp. That sort of play. I'd enjoy that.
Molly back of the square. MBK pushed out. And they are being methodical with the utility, which is good to see, especially considering it's just one USP. Captain Kurtka having himself some fun. It was 1 for 1, but they've got the site, they've got the bomb plant, they've got control here by B main. They've only surrendered 1 SMG. So this round should never be in doubt. Body and Kenny S are certainly going to hunt. I guess Python should probably save this armor. The gun's not going to matter that much, but it's not a bad find the next. I'm really surprised that they're not hunting more aggressively with the other players. I guess they're just trusting that Bait's going to bring the fight to them.
They don't really need to hunt this Bait. They definitely... Okay, they're not actually. I was going to say they definitely will. Falcon saves, it don't matter. They've got to buy again anyway in the next. only thing they're really saving is Python's body armor. Not really a big deal, and, well, that is always safe because nothing else survives. He's taken... If Python's taken any damage as well, then they really have saved nothing.
I mean, I think he's fine to play without head armor. I know there's Galil's out, but it's whatever. He won't reinvest into the hat. We'll go for the utility instead, and they are A-okay to keep rolling. Misutad, the only one with helmet. So keep an eye on those Galils. They're as good as AKs in this round. Deep utility here in towards mid, taking the space. It's not contested from bait. They don't want to fight. They were anticipating that util to come through. So as it is, bait bunched up heavily, waiting for some sort of mid aggression and not yet finding it.
Take is in. Red room smoke. Molly on towards the logs. They get counter mollied, but they're going to smoke on that and go through. Super aggressive. Kenny's still up close, though. AWP, no flashes to isolate him. They're not ready whatsoever. Wrinkle already down for the count. Trying to swing for that trade, but it's not to be, and now Kenny can reposition.
Body should not have got... Sorry, Misuta, rather, I guess, gets the kill. Body should not have gone away with that. Should have been a dead man. Wrinkle, very unfortunate that was leg and not a full frag. Now they know that Body's still there, or at least they should, because there was no assist. But Kenny S is back on the angle. Getting away from this is going to be tough. Body's collected. A 2-on-3. The retake is on. No smoke. The Falcons have to do this with the guns, but Alex is going to deliver them the opportunity. Fighting forward. He'll find a tag. It'd be huge. They don't realize he's gotten out. MBK's ready for it. Now all on to Alex. They know he's here. They know he's got an off. His nade could be ridiculously deadly, but somehow it will find no frags.
That might be the bluest of blue nades.
Everybody jumped to try and avoid the HE, like the Mies in Wii Bowling.
How do you remember Wii Bowling?
Dude, how do you not?
Is it still going?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean is it still going? You know, they erased every copy of Wii Bowling, Alan. They took
But
the
when was
discs
the
back
last
and
time
burned
you
them.
played Wii Bowling?
A while ago, but that doesn't mean I forget what
I
happens
haven't
when
played
you
it
accidentally
in
throw the bowling ball
15 years or
backwards.
something.
Well, you know, it was iconic.
Definitely left a bigger impact on your life than mine. That's for
Did
sure.
you own a Wii?
Yes.
Oh, well then.
Had the
I
Wii
don't
Fit
know.
and everything, bro.
Uncultured. The Wii Fit we bought and then almost never used.
It was only good for the skiing game.
Yeah, everything else is kind of annoying.
And then my friend told me that it works better if you just sit down on it. And then you get a much more finesse. And from then on, it was ruined because it was just so much easier to sit down on it. And it defied the
Cheating
point.
at Wii Fit.
It completely defied the point.
Cheating at Wii Fit. No integrity.
That's me.
For shame. Well, got some control here in towards Donut. Trying to exert it at least. They've lost Alex. 6-6-6-6-6-6-6. Wrinkle looks like he wants to fight with Kenny. But he won't do that, but he will have the angle. Oh my goodness! NBK had it red. NBK had it red. And that was like a jump scare in a horror movie. What do we got now? Misuta and Body, the B defenders. They're just walking full contact, and that is fine as far as Falcons are concerned. No utility into sight. You're just going to peek into our angles? Sure, we'll take that. Every day of the week.
On we go. Money snapped for bait. Got this Hero Galil in play. See where that gets deployed. Python doesn't have a head armor, so perhaps that could be a factor. We'll see if anybody is near him. Kenny's going to set up on A. We've got loads of players outside of mid for bait. They don't have a great deal of utility. Got this one smoke on Alex, and well, the A-prong's already hit the deck, so let's have a look. Let's see if we can get this Galil somehow activated in mid.
Nope. Yes, but a little too late. Oh, unless... All right, Alex, you lost a third of your health on each of these faces. Can't do that again. And indeed, Misuta does take him down. So, 3 players still surviving. Money continues to build here. It is all good, and it continues to be so. Falcons now tying things up. There will be another investment through, but no bomb plant for bait means it's not going to be great. And since the guns have come out, it's looked good.
Here we go. B default from Bates. 3 in this area. And this round, Falcons are not really contesting mid. Double nade. Doesn't actually do so much damage. Molly down the ramp. But Wrinkle's out in front. We could get a nice flashbang. He can push up through him. Both of these Falcons players are playing in towards Jag. There's a lot of space here on B. And that space is being claimed. Falcons now have a lot to think about as B site is seeded.
And you're going to have Alex as the late pinch back in on this if they're not holding for it. So it's either going to freeze them up if they're aware, or make life very difficult. Flashbang to try and bait some sort of a response, but Alex is doing a great job of not moving early. But as I say that, ooh, the push in a CT, it's punished. MBK activates off of it. Musta activates off of it. And now they've cleared out Alex. So all of this
How have they not killed anybody? How have they not killed anybody?
They had a 5-on-5 post plant. They had the ideal positions for it. They had so much control.
I need some of that merch. What is happening? That was, if you're watching at home and want to really kind of analyze what Bait didn't do there, it was like there was absolutely no plan. And there should have been a plan. They took back lanes. They had the whole damn bomb site, and only one player was actually in the back lanes. Play 3 there and 2 in ramp, or 1 on site, 1 ramp, 3 there. There's anything was better than that.
Here's a good time. It's a teaching moment. It's a learning lesson, folks. If you play Team Counter-Strike, if you're playing in an open ESEA league or something, or you play cash cups on the weekends, or you even just play matchmaking, but you're very coordinated with you and your friends, maybe talk through what you do if you have 5 alive in a post plant. Because you shouldn't be losing those situations. It really should be... you certainly shouldn't be losing those without a kill. But, that one's going to sting for Bait. That was really their chance. I thought they were going to crack on through. Now they're just trying to pressure on towards A. And, oh, it's a bloody affair already just off a smoke spam. And answer back the other way. A bomb plant potentially available with no donut presence. Oh, Molly reads the position nicely, somehow. It's a bit of an off plant. And now they burst through in towards spawn. They've got some gun upgrades. Ooh, this is getting spicy. Kenny's heard it, but it's going to freeze up his AWP. He's got the first, not the second. It's all on a wrinkle. Bomb's not planted for him. He's now smoked off, and I guess he's just conceding. Because he certainly ain't stopping that defuse.
Okay, well, it was only a half buy. We did get a plant. I will say that was a better after plant. At least they tried to make something happen. They actually recognized that if we don't have temple and we don't have donuts, we've got to take somewhere. So they did make a nice move. It just wasn't going to happen with the sort of weaponry and utility they had. But at least it was better than the round before. That's all I can say. Triple mid for Falcons. Don't want anybody up in that zone. Kenny's going to post up on B, into his Jag. We're going to get another round, Mike, where this B site proper is looking real weak.
It is, but if they can't hold a post plant, maybe Falcons are just willing to let that happen. Heavy engagement at mid, heavy commit here. I mean, once the utility's gone, you kind of have to give this up one way or another. You have to fight forward. Well, there it's going to be. Captain Kirkcock going to come out on top of that one. Nate's to chase, but he's still fine. Kenny S under so much pressure here. He needs a friend. He needs some sort of support. Right now, he's just trusting a smoke. Well, as they clear up the presence in towards mid, this is why you don't want to stick around post the utility. Most of the time, teams will start to withdraw when they sense those smokes starting to fade, but instead, well, MBK trusted it a little too much. It's going to be a B hit. Misuta's here to reinforce. If they can hold on to cave, it's a decent angle for the post plant. And, 45 seconds. Misuta wants to get forward. Oh, this is very risky. He's clearing it out. He's just heard a footstep. He knows they're coming his way. He knows they're coming his way. He's got one. He's got two. Misuta trying to swing for more. He's going to be punished. And now Kenny has to draw his focus at just the wrong moment. Even a tag on. This activates the team player. Kenny, what can he get before? Oh my god, Kenny! Flicking, moving, bopping, and grooving his way around the site. And while Amster's gained CT, does he have time for this?
No way.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. I think he's got just enough time to move towards A. Amster, 3 HP, and the slimmest of chances to make something happen here. Kenny has posted up. There's only one way to move, and he's found the exact spot to hide in, but now he's stuck. Kenny zoning this out with the op. I think has a pretty good idea of exactly where he is. Python a bit wary about it. Kenny just stays posted. Python should be able to swing and clear. This is the only place he could have gone, and a flashbang even to set it up. That's a good control. Great bomb plant in a tough situation. But that round, all about Kenny. The world was falling around him, and he still picked up the pieces.
Kenny can still shoot. Kenny can still shoot. He's still got it. Of course, he's definitely a player where the heights he was, and there aren't a lot of viewers today that watched back in 2015 when he was at his absolute zenith, but especially with the AWP changes, that is, you know, in terms of raw impacts, it can't really be matched anymore these days. And it is nice to see some of the old dog still got some fight. Kirkter, 2 massive entries. Where was this aggression earlier? But Mike, the bomb isn't on the site yet. Oh no, the bomb isn't on the site.
Oh no, Bait continue to find interesting ways to lose these advantages, and Body has now brought it back in his favor. Oh, a nade onto Captain Kurtka. All this control has gone to waste. Body just smoking out Wrinkle, and Wrinkle is gonna challenge it. Gotta keep your eyes on the prize there, Body. Wrinkle shows that smokes are certainly not walls, and we're gonna get another chance. We're gonna get another chance at this A post plant. Wrinkle's gonna get this bomb down. No world where MBK is close enough to do anything about this. He's got a lot of ground to cover to even get activated.
This is so hard without a smoke for NBK. Got to pray that Wrinkle's looking the wrong direction. He can close the ground, but MBK's heading in towards CT. And that AWP is posted. This is looking very good now for Wrinkle.
I mean, even on time, it's going to be so tough just to get the kill. Kind of needs to immediately commit to this bomb. There should be no way. He's just trusting the one Molotov and praying. Oh, shot off, but he's already won it on time, and Wrinkle will get it on the second face.
That was a round. That was... Bait are hard to watch. They do some crazy stuff. It was a really nice pair of entries from Captain Kirkter. I mean, I actually really enjoyed the play, the flashbang as he goes in. The 2 frags were nice, but these executes are so disjointed. The bomb... Yes, the bomb probably shouldn't go in first, but it's in the pack. It goes with the numbers. It's not on the players throwing the nades. And look at this round. It's a non-starter Python 3k in mid. Well, as soon as that goes right for the mic, the wheels just come straight back off again.
Yep. I mean, this aggression taken by Falcons, right? This is the idea. This is that previous round where they stick around too long and the smokes fade and MBK gets caught. This is what they were trying to do. Is they're trying to punish that potential quick play, and it works beautifully. Works to perfection. So Wrinkle... all alone, and this time it's not a 1v1 he's got to find the solution for. But once again, he's actually been allowed all the space in the world towards the A site. Falcons, you have 4 up here. Kenny is playing this extremely safe, considering. I guess they're thinking that maybe if the player's been pushed all the way into catacombs already, like Kenny could get caught off guard if he wanted to zone back in towards A. And it's not going to be a problem, because Wrinkle will come into mid. But if he had gone A main, I mean, there's a bomb plant there. Kind of an interesting one.
This has been hard to watch for Bait. Since Nuke, now the money's gone. Python's had a great map. I think MBK's played a really good series, actually. I've been quite impressed by his decision making. Of course, body was more of the monster on the previous, but I think NBK and Python for me have played the nicest Counter-Strike.
We're going to explode on towards B. That's a deke shot and a half. Damn, Kirky, you got another one of those in you. Still on an individual level, been the top performer for his team. Just hasn't really netted a ton here. But it's ancient. You don't need a ton in this first half. There's still plenty of time for Bait to get going here. Up in the mid they go. Python could be under siege. Not giving anything away just yet. There's the face. There's the check. Got to avoid getting caught here. Does Python. He's going to swing back in. That's ambitious. There was a flashbang for it, but it didn't really catch that much. Oh, the timing. Kenny spots him just getting out of the smoke. Kenny trying to hit the flick. Sidearm on. And a teammate to save his life. So Amster with the bomb. What do you want to do? 30 seconds. He's got time. They've split the defense here. These players have moved off. Which means Amster has a real chance if Kenny's looking the wrong way. But he won't be.
Well stabilized. Kenny just hadn't really seen that many people this half. I don't think he's played badly. He's played a lot of A and had a majority B rounds with a couple mid ones, but they've been shut down pretty hard. So it'd just be nice to get him a bit more in the thick of the action. Of course, he had that monster round on B, but yeah, I just don't think he's had necessarily all the engagements to be super high up the scoreboard, but when it's counted, he's hit the shots, so nothing really to worry about. What is this call from Bait? Well, mid hasn't worked, B hasn't worked. What have we got left? Well, it's going to be an A take.
Oh, look at that nade. Actually, not going to do that much. A little bit though. Python going to get overwhelmed. Kenny got a kill. A second as well here from the donut. The AWP of Kenny, yes. The magic stick is hit. Pressured on, blinded up. The big issue is Wrinkle here in mid. When is he going to activate? Not in time, because NBK goes into clear it. That's great presence of mind from NBK. To say, all right, we've seen two on site. Where is the last? Control going in towards spawn. Amster going to take this fight, presumably. As Alex is going to need to hold donut. And as Alex tries to make the move, Misatel will punish that. It's just a matter of time here. 9th round on the board. Falcons in spitting distance of double digits.
They played a really great half of Counter-Strike. It's been fluid. The retakes have been nice. Playing well together. It's a nice kind of flow in terms of we lose this space, but we're setting up for the afterplant. It's really cohesive Counter-Strike, and for Bait, they won the pistol, man. These gun rounds have not been compelling. Haven't been compelling for 2 maps, let's be honest. And they're running out of time here. It's a bit like that first half on Nuke, where just because they've won the pistol, it might still be enough, this sort of round number, but they've got to get more out of this one. Aggression coming in. Kenny hits one. I'm amazed that wasn't a collateral, but the smoke is down. And now what do you do if you're the T side? You can't commit through. You're out of flashes. You're trying to reroute, but look at the bomb. It's out in the open on B lane. That has to be recovered. This is a harrowing situation.
That's where they thrive, Alan. They don't even know what's going on if it's not a harrowing situation.
So they're masochists. They love to make it as painful as possible.
Well, no, I think it's like extreme sports, right? If there's not massive anxiety and the fear of death, they just don't feel alive.
Adrenaline junkies.
just walk into sight, why don't you? Just walk into sight. They won't be watching. It's not like they have 4 alive. All right, 10 on. Falcons. Getting it all going their way. Look, Bait have done enough that we'll get to see what they've got in the second half, but we haven't seen a lot in the first. Just put it that way.
5 is a much more comfortable scoreline. And we just want to see some fight out of them. It's not always the scoreline that you guys watching should be looking at. It's kind of the trend. It's the way this half has looked, and that has not been convincing. That honestly is always a better indicator than the round score. And for Bait, we just like to see a good round of Counter-Strike where they're playing together and there's some logical moves, because that has not been the case for a while.
I mean, they won 3 rounds off the pistol, right?
Yeah, 1 gun round.
And since then, 1. So 1 of the last 11 rounds has gone their way. Amster gets an opener here. That makes life look a lot better. Oh, but this mid play, this is going to be everything. And Falcons are set up to receive it. Kenny S tagged up. And Ken is killing. Forced through. This is spicy. MBK comes out on top. Look at the health, though, Alan. The health is abysmal. Now Body is chased down. So the B side is theirs. Provided the bomb doesn't get caught in rotation, should be all good. And no one will be there to catch it. So, all good indeed. How do you fight back through? Trying to jump through the smoke. MBK, that's ambitious. And Owner is ready to punish. Kenny S. We'll try his Kenny best. But Kenny no is more going to be accurate. A no-scope hit, that's fun, but it's going to be 5-10 as we head to the half. Into the action here, getting ready to get underway with half number 2. Falcons with a substantial lead, and while Bait do chain together one final round, it's actually the opposite of chain together. They find a very isolated final round in there. They showed us so little in the gun rounds that they need to make it compelling. 3 of those came off the pistol. Since then, it was all Falcons all day.
Mid-seeded, NBK applying a lot of pressure. But as we can see, it's really a B-lean from Falcons. And for the moment, Bait got a decent idea. Captain Kurtka is starting to lean over. So we do have 3 in defense. But these initial points contact, Wrinkle and Owner have to do damage.
Python. With the opener here, they've got the sight. Flashbang is good, but Owner can only collect 1 off of it. So man advantage still available, and now with the utility starting to fade, it's all just going to be about the guns, but this is where Captain Kurtka thrives, and the bomb hasn't been planted. Alan, they didn't plant the bomb. Why?
Maybe they wanted to clear, maybe...
The player goes back totem. They must have thought there was B main presence. There must have thought there was a flank. It's the only thing that makes sense, because the player goes back totem and then decides to fight forward instead of planting. That's a head scratcher.
If it was a gun round, you might be scared of spams, but obviously that would never happen. I don't have a good answer to that. I'm guessing they got flustered, and to give Bait credit, that was a round where they did play together, and make a concerted effort to retake as a pack, and that did help a great deal.
Well, the bunch up here, you got MBK with just the scout. He does like a scout. It's actually funny that in their force buys, he plays the scout far more than Kenny does. Trying to show a little presence now that rock on in towards site. Captain Kirka gonna try and shut this down. Good flash bang. And Kirka and Owner gonna completely annihilate anything we had going through until... Well, a little bit more damage for MBK. But all good. All good for Bait as they try and close up the scoreline. So nothing doing in the force buys, but it's going to be the guns where we need to see something special from Bait. Or maybe just something not special. I'd actually be okay with watching them play something vanilla.
Give us some standard Counter-Strike. Please. That'll make us feel a whole lot better. This round's a pretty heavy eco. Couple flashes on Misuta. So we can get those engaged. Decent fights. Flash is ready to fight in towards Jag, and the man that was meant to fight into Jag is burnt to a crisp. Nobody remains.
Well, okay. Any threat in this round is gone. Curious to see how much of a bonus round they take here. You've got enough of a round buffer that I think it'd be all right. Ops purchased up. So they're going to ditch they're going to ditch 2 SMGs, actually. It's just going to be Captain Kirka, so not much of a bonus round at all. Actually, a big investment behind this. You do not want to mess about in these gun rounds.
Wrinkle needs to get engaged in this series. Talked about it on Overpass, and we never want to point fingers, but it is just a fact of modern Counter-Strike that the AWPer pretty much has to be at least top 3 on the scoreboard on average, if not top. AWPers get all the resources, get all the positions, and so far Wrinkle is yet to have a great stance in this game. Captain Kirk goes down. These players are out of position as deep smoke's landing. This is not looking good, and they might even and they just save Mike. They don't have the money for this.
With that kill, they're going to be coaxed back in. There's no world where they save in an even situation. But you can see Wrinkle's even going back to secure the flank to make sure there's not a lurk. And actually, the longer this goes, the more this is looking like a save. So you might be right about this one. They're backing off of it. They're getting a little gun shy. Owner gets another.
What is going on? They have to
go back
sprint.
They're going to go back in. Owner doesn't even have the kid. It'd have to be these players coming through. And meanwhile, there's just someone been holding B main. Alex is actually holding for this, so he'll get that kill on a no-scope. But time is such an issue here. You just don't have it on the clock. It does not matter. You've lost the round, so you risked everything. You might lose this player to the bomb. And yeah, only Alex survives. It's the worst of both worlds.
I don't. These guys, there is definitely a communication problem. I mean, that is indisputable from what we've seen in some of these rounds. I don't mind them going for the retake, but why on earth would you take that long? And the player in cave was still committed the whole time. I mean, I do think saving was the call when they lost back lanes, but it's not more than a 60-40 call. You could still retake that, but the crime is being so slow and disjointed and so indecisive. Shows you the power of pistol rounds when we are being so down on bait and they're actually in this map.
Alex, he's been spotted. They want to swing in. They're going to send resources here. Molotov to make him uncomfortable. He commits. He risks it. And oh, on the chase for Captain Kirk. Tried to make the cheeky play. Didn't work out for him this time. So now 2 heavy hitters are down early on. Body taking the space here through the temple. Oh my goodness, this is risky around the smoke. But he expects Wrinkle to try and make the same play. This is going to get real weird. This might be the duel about which the round revolves. And now Wrinkle is going to shift in just as Body vacates. Body will never expect it. Oh, the trade is there, Kenny. Yes. Might just be winning this round for his team. Damage onto Owner as well. Owner has the bomb, but he's just not got the health for a sustained defensive. Molotov can be tossed in here from Python to make him even more uncomfortable. For now, they're just waiting to see if he makes a move. Python posted. Python needs one bullet, and it'll be a headshot for good measure.
Oh, they're out of money. They're out of money. They actually had a lot of players in the right area there. They just couldn't, for whatever reason, make the setup work, or Falcons were the ones taking more of the initiative. Oh, you're going to have to full eco this. I don't think you got a choice. Taser brought up by Alex, but that party popper is unlikely to make a massive difference. Falcons, same as the first half. As soon as the guns come out, they look so much more comfortable than their adversaries in this series.
Nice little headshots. Yes, there's not much danger in the round, but it's always nice to see some headshots. There's some players here on site. Oh my goodness, the pistols are making this more interesting than it should be. And this is going to come down to the 1v1. Okay, great result out of the Bear Pistols. Phenomenal result. Massive expense going to be incurred here for the Falcons. But they still win the round, and they've got a 5-round lead.
They got wiggle room. But yes, losing a few more than they would have ever wanted. Pauses in, surely for Bait to have a quick discussion, because we are at the business end, of course, in terms of where we are in the tournament. It's still super early on. This is very early stages upper bracket game. Loser will go down to the lower bracket. But the thing is, I mean, I haven't got it to hand, but I imagine something like 6, 7, maybe 8 series wins in a row or something to actually win this tournament from the lower bracket. So yeah, Bait in this map have no wiggle room, and if they lose this series in the entire tournament, they're not going to have any wiggle room.
So time to get wiggling while you still got a chance.
That's the motto. Live and
Wiggle.
learn. Never goes wrong.
Go big ol' in this round. So otherwise, you might just need to quit. Go. Hamster on the timing. That's a great flashbang to set him up. That's a really nice peek. Going a little further. Okay, it winds up being an extra kill. Don't really like the extra aggression, but then Alex gets the kill, so what do I know? Just fully chase it. Why not? Down to just Python here. You've killed everybody. Phenomenal showing. Now it's about keeping yourself alive. And that helps when Python's wandering out, not checking Donut. So that is a complete non-starter. Falcon's not prepared for the aggression in mid at all, it seemed. It's funny, they went around pretty much the exact same way in the first half.
And now it's them out of cash. And getting bitten in the back for not having the cleanest anti-ecos. Onwards and upwards then. Onwards and upwards. Bait. We're getting into the territory where just keep this round clean. Keep at least 3 alive. No big mistakes. Stay composed. Don't get overzealous. Because if you lose this, or even take heavy damage, you've blunted your chances of turning this map around enormously.
Captain Kirk had taken this much damage. Oh, just cubby spam off the Eagles. Interesting. Won't really make a difference since they're probably going for headshots anyway. But I guess we'll see if he gets a body shot down. Gap in this. Owner looking for a fight. Be careful. Actually, Wrinkle gets caught. That is Owner's spam, and Wrinkle dies for it. That's a little frustrating here. Now the body's starting to drop. This is getting weird. Hamster keeps into a 2v2, but now guns have been picked up. This should be a bomb plant as well. So this is already a big coup. A big coup. They've got the guns now. Plenty of time for the bomb plant. Money made from Falcons here. You have to win this round if you're Bait. And Python's going to be able to hold on to Donut. There's the spot. There's the headshot. It's all on to Owner. Allen, how is this the round that's gotten out of whack? It was just pistols on the other side. And now, 2 players surviving. A huge recovery for Python and Body. Falcons now just 2 rounds away from closing.
I warned him. I warned him going into the round. That's how you lose this series, is not converting those. It was some decent play from Falcons. I liked how they played in the after plant. Owner there spams the donut smoke to try and bait in his teammate, which does make sense, but once his teammate lost the duel, Owner's position was given up, so he was never winning that after plant from there. Oh, the buy is Grizzly, 2 M4s, then lack of nades is the real standout here. We need a star performance. We need someone like Captain Kirk to give us what we had at times on Nuke. Start to turn this around. Owner's playing white. 2 players about to fake. Gats to do damage. None found. Body tagged up, but the headshot is good. Falcons. Oof, yeah, got that nade.
That would have had him. Slides out of the position. The problem is
What?
the bomb control.
What?
How does he get that? How does he get that kill? That is how? How is he alive right
What
now?
is
And now they're just
happening?
losing their minds. Now they're just chasing everything. Now they're just pushing
What's
every
happening?
smoke, and they're all going down, Alan. What's happening is that this series is ending, and Falcons, despite some absurdity in this round, well, right now they're soaring. Pressure in Captain Kirka's position known. The bomb making its way around the world to avoid him. Full contain on from the remaining Falcons members. His chances of saving this M4. Minimal. That's a good read on where they would fight next. But still, getting back into this round, that's a different story.
Gotta hold on to this. If you can get... I mean, where's that? Did a Wrinkle have an orb? Can that be recovered? Oh, he's going to come off.
Couldn't tell you.
Why isn't he committing harder to the save?
I will tell you that he wanted to win the round.
Well, he
Dreamed
wasn't
a big
going
dream.
to.
It was dashed. So, 6 chances to close this. Money in absolute shambles for bait. Something tells me this might be the only chance Falcons need. Deags and 4 MP9s and a single deagle. That's what we got here. Well, if ever there was a round to push like crazy, it is this one.
I'd love to know if there's actually any correlation between amount bought and round 38 in the last 2 maps.
That would be interesting because now the SMGs, they're working out quite well. Upgrades available.
Stop spamming! Stop!
Sticking around a little
Stop.
bit too long. Captain Kirk is low. This round might be opened again, but MBK's got 2 directions to look, and now it's looking good for bait. All on the body. And he might be most interested in limiting what they can take forward. Well, he's found the first. Captain Kirk jumping into his angle. There's still a chance, but Wrinkle will just find the angle through the spam. Why not? Okay, sure. They live.
That was kind of my point, is they almost... the freedom of not being fully invested.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, it seems so much more confident to be aggressive together on the lesser buys. Like it's almost like when they don't have full weaponry, somebody says, "Okay, we need to do something together." You know what I mean? When you're playing standard, everyone just sort of plays their own spots. Whereas on these lower buys, I think they've actually played better Counter-Strike in some senses. Pistol rounds included. It's a similar sort of deal.
Body, making some magic happen with the pistols. This can't be the round. It can't be like this. An overwhelm. But Amster, he drops the bomb. And now Captain Kirk is trying to come into support. Python's watching for this, though. All it takes is 1 headshot off of that deagle. All it takes is 1 more headshot. But they're going to play together in Donut. I don't mind this. And right now, Falcons are trying to put some air in this. Trying to bait in that next peak. Trying to lure someone else into their crosshairs. Because this one has gone off the rails. There's the check. Did he spot? Did he spot just a little bit of an ankle? Coming back in for the peak. Timing is everything. Tension in here is insane. Flashbang around the corner. It doesn't catch anybody. Bomb punishing. And Body with 40 seconds. I guess he can try and route through sight. He's trying to get anything off the ground that'll help him get this round back his way. Oh, the peek ahead of it. That's such a good bait. This was as much about that peek as it was about retrieving the C4. And now spin back the other way. Captain Kirka. Uh-oh. Oh my god, he's gone to the SMG, so he doesn't have to reload. He's going to come back in, get this bomb. He has to carry it towards site is the problem, but he just wanted extra spam ability. This is insane. Bombs picked up. Captain Kirka rerouted here by the boxes. Body knows he has to commit, but he wanted to kill. What a risk. Not quite going to have it in this one, but my god, did that almost work.
I don't think I've ever seen a game won on a spam. That would have been astonishing. Oof.
It's going to cause problems for the economy in this round, right? I mean, you've got Amster on a FAMAS. There's limits on the utility. Oh, it's so touch and go here for Bait, and they need 4 more of these rounds. Nades into elbow. Kenny, yes, damaged up early on, but they're holding for the aggression. It's not coming just yet. Kenny was looking for that push, and this round, Bait will avoid giving it to him.
What do we got then? Bit of a mid clear. There's nobody really in defense. Amstone and FAMAS is just playing an off angle in towards Donut. It's a heavy B lean from Bait. And that bomb from Falcons is starting to slip out as the call is beginning to be made. Oh, look at this B aggression. Look at this B aggression. Wide swing. Captain Kirk finds a frag, but that is information for this T side. Time to speed up with the A split, lads. You got a chance here. Good window.
And there it is. There's that first kill. Now they clear out the donut presence. Python's just walking. Oh no. That gap in the smoke is going to be so punishing. There's the kills. The 8 defenders are gone. He's lost the next as well. The damage is on. It's over. It's all out of Captain Kirka. Alone. One man. What can he hope to bring back here? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Python finds his 20.